Hi everyone, it's Mr. Birmingham here, subject lead for digital media, and I'm here to talk to you about media studies and the reasons for taking the subject. So before we go any further, I thought it was important to know actually what media is. So as you can see, everything on the screen here will be covered in media studies, and we tend to look in quite a lot of detail in each media sector. So with that in mind, have you ever thought about how the media actually plays a part in our everyday life? Because we rely on it for everything, from getting our news to communicate. And it's, as a subject, we look at that in great detail and how the impact it's had on society over the years. So within the subject, we learn about quite a wide range of media aspects, ranging from analysing film trailers through to video games and the impact that certain games has had on society. And we look at the continuity between media products, as you can see there with the film trailer and the poster of Barbie. We look at the reasons, we do a deep analysis of colour schemes, for example, and the impact that has. Also the use of camera angles and how that influences the audience's thoughts and feelings. We don't just look at films and TV and video games. We also look at the ownership of media. We look at the audio aspects of it in terms of radio shows, which I'll talk to you about later on. But we also have a focus on media careers as well, because that's quite a large aspect of the course too. And we finally look at how audience reacts, in particular to the aspects on the left-hand side, where we look at the media and its influence on society and how it shapes opinions. So to break this down a bit further, I thought it'd be important so you have a look at how the exam features across the 2 years. So there are 2 exams, and as you can see there is a exam 1, which is broken down into 2 sections, with exam 1 looking within section A, which has the media language and representations, and we focus quite heavily on a range of case studies. And then section B, we look at the media industry as a whole, as well as the audiences. Again, that focuses on to do with products, might be from print through to TV, through to video games. As you can see there, both exams are both out of 84, so that's 84 per exam. And then each unit is worth 35%, which is obviously 70% in total. Exam 2 is a close study product, which is given to us by AQA. Now, in the past, we've looked at Marcus Rashford and his social media presence online in relation to the government and his Free School for Meals campaign, through to Kiss FM, through to Black Widow, and there are other aspects as well. So that is often given to us at the start of a year, and would that be an exam paper based on that? So there'd be a very deep analysis on a particular case study provided by AQA. And the second aspect of that paper is we look at newspapers and online media as well. So we look at the impact that the newspaper industry has, as well as the social media, and there might be a link between the two as well. The third aspect of the course looks at a controlled assessment. So each year a brief will change, and they have a brief on each one of these areas here. So you need to have a look at the TV adverts through to music videos and the impact that has, because then we have to look at how this has an impact on the audience, and in terms of then creating a product based on the brief that is given. So as I say, this could be anything. This could be related through to producing a music video on a particular genre. It could be video game research, and again, through to TV adverts. You might have to make your own, plan for your own, and link it to maybe a magazine cover on a topic that is provided. I also think it's important to have a look at why we should take media studies, because this is actually a very good subject, which I'll come on to in a minute, which links really well across many curriculums. It will definitely develop your essay writing, your creativity, analytical skills, and research skills. And focus on this, if we look at the subjects, this works really, really well with English and history in particular, because of the analytical and the essay writing, because within the exams, there'll be essay style questions. So it won't just be 1 or 2 marks. There'll be a few of those questions in there, but if you have to be given a product, it'll be quite an open-ended one. So, for example, in the past, we've had football magazine covers. We've had a poster from the 1950s about representation of women. And it could be anything. And you have to write an essay based on the product within the exam. The final slide I wanted to show you and discuss is how media studies will help you with your next step. So this actually works really well with a number of subjects, as I previously mentioned, but when it becomes an A-level subject or level 3 subject choice, then actually your avenues open up even further. So for example, you can see there film studies, you have criminology. There's a great link between this subject and those subjects, particularly those two for the topics that we cover. But it might be you want to do an apprenticeship route, and I highly recommend the BBC apprenticeship. route that we have some students who currently are teaching in year 13. They are looking at the level 5 route, and they've got some interviews lined up for that, so I can highly recommend that. But obviously beforehand, you might want to have a look at the level 3 one, the A-level route. And then there's also, once you've finished maybe your studies, you might want to have a look at some degrees. And there's a few subjects in there that are very media orientated. But as you can probably guess, that this actually does work well with a number of other subjects. And then in the long term, what jobs there are, if you have a look outside my room of B7, there is a careers board now that will help you with this. But here's just some of the ideas of how media studies can actually help you in a certain career path within media. If you have any questions on anything I've discussed, please feel free to drop me an email. I'm more than willing to help. Thanks so much.